Good morning, America. It is Sunday, the 23rd of August, and I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, and we're going to be going to the zoo today. This zoo is free. It's one of the top zoos in the country, and you can stay at home in the comfort of your home and enjoy all the 13,000 animals, or I'm sorry, 33,000 animals, and 555 species. I'll cover as much as I can today, and let's have some fun in St. Louis. Wait, I missed that part. He was the first.
She was the first gorilla born in captivity in the whole world.
Oh, really? The grandmother. Wow.
Yeah, so they named her Colo, C-O-L-O, for Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
And she died about a year and a half ago at age 60. And the oldest one now is an old female in Louisville, Kentucky, Helen. She's about 62, but she's from Africa, so they're not exactly how sure. They're not really sure exactly how old she is, but
right.
They estimate she's about 62.
Oh.
And there's an old male from Africa named Ozzy in Atlanta. They just celebrated his 58th birthday a couple of months ago with big cake and all that kind of stuff. So,
big cake?
Well, yeah, special kind of gorilla cake. Lots of yogurt and raisins.
And these are real friendly gorillas, obviously, and orangutans and...
Yeah, these are all born in captivity.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for the other ones to come out, and if those people up there at that video, they might be able to see John too up there now. I'm sure they can see him from the window from a ways away.
All right.
So it's just a waiting thing now.
Uh-huh.
It's like...
What were you saying about the Bronx Zoo?
They have two breeding groups, but one of their males died, so they're in the market for a male, but each family group had 5 females and a bunch of babies in it, and the zoos that have boys, they want to keep the girls and trade the girls with other zoos that have girls so they can get genetic diversity.
Right.
But when their little boys get to be 8 and 9 years old, they're too rough, and in the wild they'd push them out of the group. Well, like in Chicago, like where these brothers are from, they couldn't just stick them out on Highway 55, so they sent them here. And the Bronx Zoo, finally the Gorilla Species Survival Plan, there's an SSP for all endangered animals.
Right.
Finally they said, if you're going to have, if your gorillas are going to be boys, little boys, you've got to be able to keep them. You can't just dump them someplace and have somebody build a big expensive exhibit and hold bachelors, because everybody wants to see a family group.
Right.
So the Bronx Zoo now has 2 family groups, one without an adult male in it. But it's hard to move them now with the virus going around. So
yeah.
Nobody wants to.
And you said there's one male for 3...
At least 3 females, yeah.
At least 3 females.
And, Kansas City, their male just died a month or so ago. And so they have 3 females and a young female, a 6-year-old. So they have 4 females there. They're in the market for a male, but it's, again, because...
How do you keep up with all the gorilla information?
Oh, we have friends in various cities, and also sometimes it's somebody will post something on the internet or so, let's say a baby was born somewhere, or somebody died somewhere. The one under the overhang, John too, that we can't see, I'd love to see him go to Kansas City, because then we could go see him and he'd be in a family group. Unfortunately, he's related to females there, so he can't go there.
Oh.
But he can go to the Bronx Zoo. He's not related to anybody.
Which is the best zoo in the country?
There are a bunch of good ones, but my favorite one for gorillas is Atlanta. They have like 22 gorillas.
Wow.
They have a family group of 10. In fact, Taz, the male in that group, just had an 11 offspring, so there's a group of 11. And then they have a bachelor group, a family group, and in fact, they have 2 bachelor groups, and some medium-sized bachelors and some older bachelors. You can't put them together because some of them are in their 20s and the other ones are in their teens. And so they have a family group, 2 bachelor groups, and a geriatric group, some older ones that would get their food taken away from them or bumped around by the younger ones. So, and Louisville has a bachelor group, a geriatric group, and a family group. So, but they don't have as many gorillas. But Atlanta is good for gorillas. And the Bronx Zoo.
And this is a silverback.
Yeah, there are 4 silverbacks in there. All the males start to turn silver around 12, 13 years old. And that's just so they never know which of the males is going to be the leader of the group. And it's easy to see that silverback going through the dark overgrowth in the jungle, so they follow the silverback.
Wow. And I'm going to say these are flamingos. Skinny-legged flamingos. Pretty sure. And we have the majestic polar bear. Wow. Look at that guy.
Well, it's important to note, though, that hunting is not the major impact for conservation of polar bears in the wild. Climate change is the major impact
Got a huge enclosure.
conservation and the
Got
species
water.
in the wild.
And he's having breakfast.
Holly eats over 33 pounds of food a day. This is made up of various types of fish, a ground meat diet, a fortified diet made specifically for bears, and produce including carrots and lettuce, as well as a little bit of lard every day. He also gets bones at least 3 times a week and rawhides on occasion. He also gets really special popsicles at least 3 times a week and even more often.
Having some lettuce right now.
Holly is a very active animal. He eats throughout the same time within little bites, so he eats multiple times throughout the day. He can see carrying his toys from the habitat, dragging them over the pool, trying to smash them with his impressive size. After the behaviors that we love. The southern limit depends on the presence of winter sea ice. They can be found in 5 countries: Russia, Norway, Greenland, Canada, where 60% of the population can be found, and Alaska in the U.S.
He's all white, huh? Pretty much. He's a little. Sometimes their skin.
Polar bears primarily don't have long relationships in the wild. Polar bears and their cubs will stay together for about 2.5 years, at which age a polar bear will leave its mom and its siblings and venture out on its own. The only other main relationship it'll have in its lifetime is if it has a reproductive relationship. And those pairs stay together anywhere between 2 weeks and 22 days at the most, so they're relatively short-lived. So while as humans, we really like to see them.
And another angle of the majestic polar bear. 30 pounds of food a day. He's got his ice bath. He gets popsicles every day. He's got the life. Just has to eat and relax. It's quite an enclosure he's got here. You don't see this every day. And I saved you a trip to the zoo. And we all know who these guys are.
You can get it at the train station. Okay? Anytime there's a time on it, the time says 10:15. Yeah, you can come back.
And here we have a grizzly bear relaxing in the pool. He's at the jacuzzi. He's got quite a great place here. And he's got a waterfall. He's got a pool. All the comforts of life. And he's just relaxing in the pool. And that's what a grizzly looks like in full statue. Looking forward to seeing the elephants. Here we have the biggest flea I've ever seen.